They say we're free. Free to choose, free to work, free to live the life we want. But when the alarm clock screams at 6 a.m. and you drag yourself out of bed just to sit in traffic for an hour, does that feel like freedom? Every morning, millions of people march like programmed machines. Coffee, commute, computer screen. Meetings that could have been emails. Smiles that hide exhaustion. And at the end of the day, we tell ourselves we're doing it for the paycheck. As if that single line of numbers in a bank account makes the grind worth it. We don't even question it anymore. It's normal. It's what adults do. But if you stop and look closer, you'll see the chains. They're invisible, but they're there, made of debt, fear, and the illusion of security. They call it a career. But for many, it's a carefully designed cage. When you were young, you were told, study hard, get good grades, go to college, get a good job. That's the formula, right? But nobody told you that the good job is often just a modern version of servitude. A polished prison with benefits and paid vacation. You see, the slave masters of the past used whips and chains. Today's masters use direct deposits and promotions. It's not about physical control anymore, it's psychological. You don't need walls to trap someone if they've built the prison inside their mind. We've been conditioned to obey. To trade time for money without ever asking what our time is really worth. They tell us we're lucky to have jobs, that we should be grateful to grind 40 hours a week for someone else's dream. But think about it. When was the last time you truly felt alive at work? Not just productive, not just busy, alive. That spark of creation, that sense of purpose? It's gone for most people. Because modern work isn't about purpose. It's about profit. And the system doesn't care about your fulfillment. It only cares about your output. You are a number, a performance metric, a resource to be optimized. The moment you stop producing, the machine replaces you. And yet people defend it. They say, that's just how the world works. But who built that world? Who decided that your value is determined by how efficiently you can sit at a desk? We live in a time where we have more opportunities than ever before, but also more distractions, more fear, and more control disguised as comfort. The modern worker isn't forced to work, he's tricked into wanting to. He chases promotions that don't matter, buys things he doesn't need, and posts pictures of vacations he can't enjoy, because deep down he's exhausted from pretending he's free. We work ourselves to death for companies that would replace us tomorrow. We give them our best years, our energy, our creativity, in exchange for a paycheck that barely keeps up with inflation. And when it's all over, they give you a cake, a handshake, and a pension. As if that's supposed to make up for a lifetime of dreams you postponed. The truth is, the modern system doesn't want thinkers, it wants workers. It doesn't want rebels, it wants dependents. And it's done such a brilliant job that most people don't even realize they're trapped. They laugh at the idea of breaking free. They say, be realistic. But being realistic is just another name for being afraid. What they call security is actually control. That steady paycheck keeps you quiet. That health insurance keeps you compliant. That promise of retirement keeps you patient, waiting for a freedom that may never come. We're told to hustle, to grind, to climb the corporate ladder. But no one tells you that ladders only work if they're leaning against the right wall. Most people spend their entire lives climbing only to reach the top and realize they were on the wrong building. The modern workplace thrives on fear. Fear of losing your job. Fear of disappointing your boss. Fear of being left behind. And fear is the perfect motivator for control. So we stay quiet. We accept things we shouldn't. We tell ourselves, it could be worse. We call it adulthood, but somewhere inside, that little voice still whispers, "There's more to life than this." You just stopped listening to it. The real tragedy is that we've confused busyness with purpose. We measure success by exhaustion. We glorify burnout as if it's a badge of honor. But what's the point of working your whole life if you're too tired to live it? They call you lazy for questioning the system. But maybe laziness isn't refusing to work. Maybe it's refusing to think. Maybe the true worker is the one who dares to ask, why? Why should I sacrifice my life for a job that doesn't fulfill me? Why should I trade my freedom for a salary that keeps me surviving, not thriving? Why should I spend 40 years building someone else's dream when I could build my own? And here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people don't want freedom. Freedom is scary. Freedom means risk. It means responsibility. It means facing the possibility of failure. It's easier to stay where it's safe, to follow orders, to complain about the system while secretly depending on it. That's the slave mentality, not forced but chosen. The modern world doesn't need chains anymore. It gives you comfort instead. A soft pillow for your ambition, a paycheck for your obedience. And slowly you stop fighting. But here's the good news. You can wake up. You can step off the treadmill. You can take back control of your time and energy. It starts by seeing the system for what it is, a deal that trades your potential for predictability. Then you ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen if I stopped living like everyone else? Maybe you start a side hustle. Maybe you learn a skill. Maybe you create something of your own instead of clocking in for someone else. And no, it won't be easy. It'll be terrifying. You'll doubt yourself. People will call you crazy. But at least you'll be free. Freedom isn't about never working again. It's about choosing the work that fulfills you, not the work that drains you. It's about waking up with purpose instead of dread. It's about spending time creating, not escaping. It's about building something that outlives the next paycheck. The truth is, the system only works because we keep feeding it. But the moment you realize you don't need permission to live differently, it starts to lose power over you. The modern slave isn't in chains, he's in comfort. And that comfort is killing his potential. So, ask yourself, are you really free or just another cog in a machine that's mastered the art of illusion? Because once you see the truth, you can't unsee it. And once you taste freedom, you'll never go back. The world doesn't need more workers. It needs more awake people. People who dare to question, to create, to lead. People who realize that life is too short to spend in quiet obedience. So don't wait for permission. Don't wait for the right time. The right time is now. Because every day you stay trapped in the system is another day you'll never get back. You weren't born to serve. You were born to build, to live, to experience. The system may have designed you to comply, but you were always meant to break free. And when you finally do, you'll understand. The only real chains that ever existed were the ones in your mind.